Welcome to Women Laughing with Salad, not the meme, but where we talk about what's flooding your Facebook feed. Welcome to our very first episode. Today joining me are Rachel Heinrichs, who's our features editor at Chatelaine, and writer Monica Heisey. All right, so it's wedding season, and kicking off wedding season this weekend is Pippa Middleton, who is the sister of Duchess Kate Middleton. It's kind of like the celeb wedding of the year. She's pretty demanding, so she has two rules that I think are kind of particularly crazy. One is no ring, no bring. So if you do not have a ring on your finger, you cannot come as a guest, basically. So if you're not engaged, not married, you can't come. And the second rule is you need to bring two outfits to this wedding. One for the reception and one for the actual ceremony. And I don't know where people change, whether there are like trailers outside the church, or you're just using like a straight up bathroom stall, but you gotta bring two outfits. I don't know how it's gonna be policed either. Like, is she gonna be like, I see you, you didn't change, get out of my wedding? Like, I don't know, like, anyway. I'm sure that you all have tons of weddings to go to this year, and what is kind of like the thing that you're dreading the most? What is the worst part about going to a wedding?
I don't like having to participate in the photo booth because I don't think that that's fun. And you're supposed to act like it's fun. And there's like a photographer yelling at you like, use the little emoji of a taco on a stick. And you're like, I'm an adult woman. Who's this for? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not enjoying it. I don't think the couple cares. Yeah. Like, it feels like it's for you, party photographer. And what do you care? Just let me out of this. Yeah. Then all of a sudden a group surrounds you, and then you've let down everyone else in the photo by being like...
I hated going to weddings when I was single. So the no ring, no bring rule is a bit annoying to me.
I totally agree with this. I've been to a lot of weddings where I have gotten a +1, but it's been like, oh, you're emceeing the wedding, you're gonna be sitting on the head table, so your +1 has to be like somebody significant. And I'm like, I just want someone to dance with. Yeah. I go to a lot of South Asian weddings. You need to basically be like a Christmas tree. Like, everything needs to be blingy. Like, it's not the classy, oh, it's the earrings or the necklace. It's like the earrings, the necklace, the bangles, the rings. Your face has to be like on fire with glitters. It's like crazy. So I don't know how to go to a wedding where it's like a classy church and you're supposed to dress in a subdued but cheerful manner.
They're not going to be classy. Like, they're going to be wearing those crazy hats. Yeah. Pippa's wedding is going to be like an elephant graveyard of lunatic hats. Yeah.
You're right.
Just as far as the eye can see.
So a new study has shown that when women are on birth control, their quality of life and their mood tends to dip. At the same time, new innovations are making male birth control like a real possibility, like very soon. And so my question to you guys is, do you think male birth control is actually going to be a reality? Do you think guys are actually going to take it?
I want them to so much. So from what I understand about male birth control, it's not like a pill that they have to take every day, so you don't have to actually like trust your man to have him do this. It's like an injection, and then there's another injection that reverses it. It's an injection in a really sensitive place, so I can see men not being into it, but women have babies, so whatever.
How long does it last for?
I think it lasts
It's
like
6 years.
And is there any hormonal interference, or it's just like a blockage kind of
It's just
thing?
a little blockage, yeah. It's a good deal.
That sounds so simple.
Yeah.
I feel like dudes will use it because nobody wants to deal with an unwanted pregnancy, even if it's like a little easier for dudes to kind of get away from that situation. Like, still no one wants to find themselves there. I would worry about condom usage and STIs spreading if it all of a sudden became simpler for men to block the issue of pregnancy, because there's already issues around condom usage in a fairly widespread way. So that makes me nervous, but I mean, that should be a shared burden as well, I think.
Well, one of the really interesting facts about this is that it's being developed in India, but it's Big Pharma isn't picking it up in the US, and there's some theories that that's because white middle-aged males run Big Pharma, and so they are less interested in taking responsibility for reproductive rights, so it's sort of failing to go mainstream. And to me, I thought that was interesting because it's like my dad's generation would totally not take male birth, do this. They would think it's totally on the woman, but I think younger generations are probably more open to it, I would think.
But there's some of my friends, like, who are women who I've talked to about this, and they're like, no, I don't want to give up the birth control, like the control factor of it, even though like they might be like slightly depressed on birth control or like have various issues because of their birth control, they still feel like they want the control of it because they just either don't trust their partner, which I'm like, okay,
then,
that's
like,
a
get
litmus
another
test. I know,
partner
that's a
and a
litmus
different kind of
test.
birth control.
Yeah.
But I also think there's like a really durable cultural thing where it's just a lot of guys think the responsibility is on, like they don't think about the responsibility being theirs. Like I remember, this is very early in my 20s, but I had to buy Plan B once, and I remember like it was not even a question that I paid for it. You know what I mean? Like that was my responsibility, and I do think that that's still, obviously there are great guys who, like you said, share in the responsibility, but I think that there's still a lot of guys who wouldn't even, you know, it wouldn't be on them.
I would give the man the Plan B receipt. I would like take a picture of that and send it to him and be like, thanks. And I want a tip because I went there by myself.
Yeah.
If you've been walking around Toronto at all this spring, on the 2 days that it hasn't been raining, you've probably noticed that everyone's agreed there's a new kind of pants to wear. It's really exciting. They're sort of like a light wash, very high rise, tend to be cropped before the ankle or somewhere around the mid-calf. And then they're usually a wider leg, and often the bottom is very frayed. This is just the new pants. I don't know when we all agreed. I like woke up in the night and burned all my skinny jeans and replaced them with the new pant shape. I'm a big fan because it kind of feels like they're not really cute, and that's sort of part of it, and you can just move on with your day and be in comfortable pants that you're not that worried about. How do you guys feel?
I'm totally for this trend. I was so happy to get rid of my skinnies. The thing with skinny jeans, which I always hated, was they kind of look good from the front, but then every time I would turn around, they have like lines because your butt is straining to get out of these pants. And so in the new pants, it's like they're kind of loose and they're stiffer. They don't have that spandex, so they kind of fall away. And they just, for me, I just don't think about my butt or my body when I'm wearing them, which is like, ultimately, I want to get dressed and just not think about it.
That's the goal. You want to like put your clothes on and feel like your whole body dissolves into a fine mist, and then you can just float around throughout the rest of your day.
But I disagree with that, because I think that this new jean is actually just like vintage jean, and it's vintage denim that is like crumply and not comfortable at all. And I think the thing that I love about my skinnies is like, one, that they look nice. I like looking nice. I don't like ironically looking bad. I don't believe in it. It's not my religion. But also, like, stretch is technology. Why are we getting rid of technology? Like, I hate this like vintage BS where it's like it's better and it's cooler. It's like, no, we created something better.
Also, the old denim without stretch lasts longer. So I don't know if you have this issue, but for, say, the kind of person who goes through a pair of skinny jeans a year because you just sort of blow through the thigh area.
Yes.
This feels like a really exciting innovation because there's a lot of fabric swishing around in there, and like fingers crossed we might get like 16 months out of these bad boys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week.